I think this is really the part of Austrian economics that people are the most unfamiliar with, because a lot of people are sympathetic to Austrian ideas. They get to learn about Bitcoin, they get to learn about the Austrian business cycle theory, and so they become interested and curious. But they continue to think, well, no, clearly Austrians are just being ridiculous libertarians on the issue of the state. You still need a government, you still need a police, because obviously the alternative is anarchy. The alternative is people going around smashing windows and burning things and burning tires. Small little aside here, these are the same people who tell you that smashing windows is good for the economy, so I'm not sure why they would be complaining. They tell you that this stuff is good for the economy because it raises GDP, but then they tell you that you can't have the anarchists because they're going to destroy everything. But of course, that's not true. The anarchists don't believe that destroying things is good. For me, the concept of anarchy is the concept of private property. So the extent to which the state exists is the extent to which it violates property rights, because the state is not a productive institution, because it does not receive its money voluntarily. It receives its money coercively. So nobody paid them for any of the bullshit that they're doing for you. And that's why they suck at it, because they don't own that stuff, so they don't know how to perform economic calculation. So it's, there's levels to the game of how far you get along with Austrian economics. And I think, if you come through the Bitcoin rabbit hole, the first mind-blowing thing from the Austrian perspective is the fact, hey, you actually don't need to be printing money all the time. Money can work, even if the supply is fixed, believe it or not. And then you start digging in, and you realize, oh, okay, that's because of the socialist calculation problem. Where else can we apply this thing? And then the entire world begins to fall into a big, giant papier-mâché installation of lies that just comes crumbling down with the searing truth of Austrian fire. And it it all falls apart. And for me, I think applying the frame of economic calculation to the question of security and defense is the key toward understanding the question of the state.